A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us again on ALMOND Finance and Wealth Reports this week. As you know, we are source for latest happening information in the financial sector of the nation's economy. My name is Faith Wade. On this edition of the program, in 2013, ALMOND Productions Limited, our company, decided to host the very first edition of the Insurance Consumers Forum here in Lagos. The aim was to provide a platform for insurers and the insuring public to meet in a no-holds-barred session where members of the insuring public can air their views as regards service delivery in the insurance industry. Following the success of the 2013 and 2014 editions of the Insurance Consumers Forum, the stage is now set for the 2015 edition that is scheduled to hold on the 28th of October in the main hall of Lagoon Restaurant, Victoria Island here in Lagos. And so on this edition of the program, we'll bring you highlights of what happened at the 2013 and 2014 Insurance Consumers Forum organized by ALMOND Productions Limited. I urge you as always to sit back, relax and spend this time with us, but all the details are coming to you after this break. Please stay with us.
Nobody appreciates insurance anywhere in the world, and that's a reality.
As a matter of responsibility to ourselves, we've got to remain relevant to their businesses.
It will be far more expensive for me as a business to go offshore to recruit manpower than to recruit the same manpower in Nigeria.
Insurance is essentially an international business, so we cannot just close up and keep everything here.
They are producing bankers not only for today but for tomorrow. They are producing bankers who are fit not only to work in Nigeria but who can work anywhere in the world.
ALMOND Productions Limited, producers of the most authoritative insurance programs on radio and television, scored a major first in 2013 by organizing the Maiden Insurance Consumers Forum. The theme was In Pursuit of Better Service Delivery. Chairman was Sir Ogala Osoka, MFR, who was represented by Mr. Adeyemo Adejumo, former Managing Director of Continental Reinsurance PLC, while the guest speaker was Mr. Ganiyu Koledoye, President, National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria. Declaring the forum open, the chairman, Mr. Adejumo, commended ALMOND Productions Limited for providing the insurance industry with a platform to tell a better story, which was long overdue.
I've been in the industry for over 30 years and I've heard the same stories all over, and I'm wondering when I shall hear another story or better stories from the industry. I am also praying that these good stories I'm expecting will come in my lifetime. The stories are poor image, insurance don't pay claims, they are poorly dressed, confidence and trust issues. This week, the same story was told in NCRIB program, and the chairman for the occasion, thank God the DG of NIA was sitting by my side, who had been in the industry for over 60 years, confirmed the same story. And I believe that it's time we begin to change the stories and get people to see this industry in a better perspective.
The Maiden Insurance Consumers Forum, as expected, provided a platform for robust interaction between the insurers and the insureds. It also provided insurers with the golden opportunity to learn firsthand what the insured's expectations are in terms of their insurance needs and preferences. Delivering the forum paper entitled Effective Marketing and Sale of Insurance as an Intangible Product, Mr. Koledoye, President, National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria, stated that many insurance companies have created enemies for themselves unknowingly.
Many insurance companies create enemies for themselves. All those people you are throwing out every 3 months, every 6 months for non-performance. They are massive enemies you are creating for yourself. Thank God ALMOND is there to rescue you, to give you opportunity to voice your own internal difficulties too. I've been privileged to work in many organizations, and I tell you, there are more crooked customers than there are crooked insurance companies. This country is something else. Nobody can say that insurance products is 100% guaranteed. But in Nigeria, what people want to do is to ensure that I pay a premium, exaggerate the claim, and then you get into a running battle of the model between premium and claims. And then you run into the problem of our claims are not being paid. I'm sure that there are authorities who are looking at the fine prints and not the rest of us. Let the fine prints be looked at on both sides. Let both, in fact, I believe that we will pay insurance companies to make it bold prints in their own interest, because Nigerians are closer to God than any other race. Because they call God 30 times to justify things which are untrue. Because they are close to Him. And He forgives and forgives. And they know He forgives. But how do we put our own house in order? I'm asking that we should adopt the marketing orientation.
The open forum, which is a no-holds-barred session, was the high point of the event, as the chairman kick-started with thought-provoking questions.
Now let's go to the issue of comprehensive motor cover. It has been an area where we have a lot of issues in this environment, and the critical issue highlighted here is that, is our comprehensive motor really comprehensive? Because when you say comprehensive, it means that it covers everything. So they are asking, why should there be exclusions and exemptions in comprehensive motor policy?
The insurance consumers also came prepared.
The average Nigerian consumer, they are really uneducated as far as insurance is concerned. Many salesmen always take the advantage of this customer. Going there with a very good small print, with like half a booklet, or goes there, they say, sign, no problem. Anytime your car has accident, my company is going to take care of it. And all that, some of them were probably carried away. Okay, so being uneducated as far as their right and what their coverage is really carrying is part of the problem. And some insurance organizations, they don't even care to settle their customers.
At the end of the forum, stakeholders in the insurance industry agreed that there is need to reposition for a more effective and efficient public enlightenment and awareness campaign as a critical measure against public apathy to insurance products and policies in Nigeria.
Get ready to vent in a no-holds-barred session with insurers, insurance brokers, insurance agents and their regulators at the 2015 ALMOND Productions Insurance Consumers Forum. Date 28 28 October 2015. Venue Main Hall, Lagoon Restaurant, 1C, Uzumbambadiwe Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time 9 a.m. For inquiries, call 01776-3981, 0803-335-7879. Email almondproduction@gmail.com. This event is supported by NICOM, NIA, Arian, Consolidated Hallmark Insurance PLC, and AICO Insurance PLC. Admission is free. Don't miss it.
2014 edition of the Insurance Consumers Forum with the theme Consumers' Roles and Responsibilities in Enhanced Service Delivery in the Insurance Industry was held at the Rapid Hall of the Lagoon Restaurant. It was chaired by Mr. Sonny Adeda, a past president of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, CIIN, and managing director of Alpha Choice Insurance Brokers. The guest speaker was Dr. Lucy Newman, Director General, Financial Institution Training Center, who was represented by Mrs. Adiola Abato, Head, Open Unit Enrollment, FITC. Delivering his keynote address, the chairman of the occasion, Mr. Adeda, said that no economy can grow without a viable insurance industry.
In Nigeria today, they say the insurance penetration is less than 1%, which means those who know about insurance are in the minority. But in other economies, like Europe and America, insurance top the list there. Everybody knows about insurance. But their services and our services is basically the same. Insurance is not different in Australia, in Nigeria, and in America. But the difference is the perception of the people. Agree, economies vary. Our disposable income also varies. But maybe we are still suffering from our past. Many people will say insurance does not pay. But the truth of it is that the majority of the people today have not had any bad experience. But there are a few minority who had some bad experience, and the minority has impacted on the majority. As a result, a lot of people are scared of the industry. There is no economy that can succeed without a sound insurance industry. So, for the economy to grow, it's a function of your level of insurance industry. So, it's not a business that is there, that is flashy and all that. We are there to provide confidence to investors to go into the risk.
Leading the pack of goodwill messages at the forum were Mr. Bola Temowo, past president, CIIN, Engineer Rafiu Balogun of INSCAN, Mr. Fatai Adebwenro, Executive Secretary, NCRIB, and Mr. O.S. Thomas, Director General, NIA. Delivering the theme paper, Mrs. Abato, who stood in for the DG FITC, said that insurance consumers must ask the right questions about the products they want to buy.
It is only when we make claims based on these rights that we can actually put the operators on their toes, on their feet. When they know that the consumers themselves, they know their rights, then they know that, okay, these people are knowledgeable, these people know what they are supposed to ask for, and so they're able to provide services that will meet our needs.
With the paper delivered, it was time for the open forum, which is the crux of the events each year. Taking the lead, Mrs. Ogetinwosu Orue, Head of Insurance, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, said that there is need for operators in the insurance industry to form signages to enhance customer service.
You will see that, like me now as a consumer of group life policy, we are having challenges because I find that something. What I found out is I saw that there is no synergy between the underwriters and the brokers. The underwriters will be saying different things. The brokers will be saying different things. The brokers will tell you why underwriter doesn't want to pay is because they have eaten the money. And broker doesn't have much thing to do because he has collected his commission. That is all he knows. He might decide to either wage in or not to wage in. Like in the issue of the group life that is done by federal government now precisely, we are having a lot of challenges. You will see a brokerage firm that doesn't even have an office in Abuja taking up to be the broker for a particular parastatal. Let me take my own civil defense as a case study. Our broker doesn't have an office in Abuja. If I want to submit documents, I have to call him. I have to beg him to come, which ordinarily is not supposed to be so. And why I am seeing it as a problem is because in as much as I'm wearing the uniform, I know that one day I will drop that uniform and I will come into the industry. So if I see things that are not going well, I always speak about them. So I think what we should do is, I think NICOM and NIA has much to do here. They have to come up with a policy. If a brokerage firm doesn't have an office within a particular jurisdiction, they shouldn't take up a policy. Because if they do, they are jeopardizing the interest of the industry and also the insured. Because by the time the insured have claims, you can't see the broker, and you will not turn out, like in my case, I have turned out to be the broker for my organization, which is not supposed to be so. I am not the one going after the underwriters, trying to see that claims are not paid. And it's not supposed to be so. So I think that we have to work out a modality. Let that synergy be there. Let us speak from one page. Broker talking from one page and underwriter from that same page.
Also sharing his experiences, Sir Oswala Wambara from the Maritime Arbitrators Association of Nigeria said that insurance companies should engage the services of professionals in the sale of insurance products.
I'm a lawyer by training, and I did aspects of insurance a while in the university. Even as a practicing lawyer, I have seen cases where consumers of insurance services are shortchanged just because they did not ask the right questions as at the time they were entering into insurance contract. And that brings me to the issue of professionals being in the insurance industry. Professionals selling insurance. It is not enough for insurance companies to recruit persons, get them trained within 2 weeks, and then they become professionals in the marketing of insurance. And I commend students who are showing interest in insurance and those who are studying insurance in the universities so as to have better professionalism in the insurance industry.
Insurance consumers at the forum every year always attend prepared for the operators.
We've been having good relationship with our brokers, it has been good so far. But the only issue we have in our claims procedures is police reports. I don't know how we could go about that. It has really been a big challenge for us, and we know how the police be at times, go here, go there. It really slows down the process. I don't know how we can address that here.
Like the message we normally got on our phone telling us that on life insurance, that we can take life insurance and they will be just 100 naira per month. Sir, I want to comment because it's like a message being sent to us as well that you can download a song for 100 naira. People just turn out on it that this is just normal message that you just sent to us. Please, I want to know, is there any measure put in place for this kind of message? Like what you said, we want to create awareness on insurance, but the way insurance companies are doing it, for me, I don't believe it's right.
Responding to some of the questions raised, insurance operators agreed that they need to do more.
Some people are subscribing, and from that, the insurance penetration has actually increased. Because you will read about it, what kind of insurance is this? At least you have heard the word insurance there. Whether you buy you, whether you don't buy you, it's already there. But I think insurance companies need to go further, particularly for those who subscribe, to try and get to know them the more and find a way to pass on to them information relating to whatever product that is being sold to them.
As we all know, we are Nigerians. I believe we don't have foreigners amongst us. So if we are within ourselves, we can tell ourselves the truth. We love doing things in our own way. We believe this is Nigeria. what we call the Nigerian factor, which is so sad. We know the right thing. The brokers, we are not unaware of some charlatans operating as brokers. And we have fake police, fake NCDC, fake lawyers, fake doctors. The same thing applies. There are some, we are not aware that there are some people parading themselves as brokers, which they will come with letter from the seat of power, and you will enroll them as brokers. Hence, how will you be able to trace such brokers? You can easily get in touch with Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers to know whether a broker is registered or not. And all registered insurance brokers have addresses. They have, you can trace them. They are just like needle with thread. They can easily trace. And they will discharge their duties to you perfectly well. So when you do this, you'll be so covered. Because it's a very sad thing. The image of the industry is so battered. And unless the practitioners stand up and do it the way it should be done, you continue to have this wrong impression.
To do more, Almond Productions is set to host the 2015 Consumers Forum come 28th of October at the main hall of the Lagoon Restaurant. The theme this year is Customer Relationship and Management in the Insurance Industry. Chairman is Sir M.O. Oyegunle, Managing Director, Lakeg Nigeria Limited, while the guest speaker is Mrs. Ekaite Augustine Edet, Hospitality Consultant and Facilitator, Customer Service and Business Etiquette, Enterprise Development Center, Pan-African University. Lead discussant is Mr. Larry Ademesho, Managing Director, Custodian Life. Others are Mrs. Ogechi Nwosu Orue, Head of Insurance, NSCDC, and Mr. Olarinwaju Ojuola, Head, Strategy and Corporate Planning, Sovereign Trust Insurance PLC. The 2015 edition of the Insurance Consumers Forum promises to be more thought-provoking for insurance industry stakeholders.
Alright, that's the time on this edition of the program. The annual Insurance Consumers Forum, organized by ALMOND Productions Limited, no doubt provides a veritable platform for insurers to get first-hand information from members of the public on how they can improve on their customer service. The 2015 edition, as I said, is scheduled to hold on the 28th of October in the main hall of Lagoon Restaurant, 1C Ozumba Mbadiwe Street, Victoria Island here in Lagos. Will be commencing at 9 a.m. The 2015 edition promises to be thought-provoking for stakeholders in the insurance industry, as we've lined up top personalities to discuss at the forum this year. The 2015 edition of the Insurance Consumers Forum will be chaired by Sir M.O. Oyegunle, a thoroughbred insurance professional who is also the Managing Director of Lakeg Nigeria Limited, while the guest speaker is Mrs. Ekaite Augustine Edet, a hospitality consultant and also a facilitator on customer service and business etiquette at the Enterprise Development Center, Pan-African University. Discussion will be led by Mr. Larry Ademesho, Managing Director of Custodian Life. It's not enough for you to sit at home and complain that the insurance companies don't settle claims. This is an opportunity for you to meet with stakeholders in the Nigerian insurance industry and share your views on how they can improve on customer service. Like I always say here, for comments, questions, observations, do feel free to get in touch with us on 01-776-3981 or 080-333-57879, or better still send us an email, almond4xx@yahoo.com or almondproduction@gmail.com. You can also visit us on our website, almondreport.com. Like us on our Facebook page, Almond Finance and Wealth Reports, and view past episodes of this program on our YouTube channel, Almond Reports TV. Join us every Wednesday by 9:45 a.m. live on Niger FM 102.7 for our Pidgin English program called Waiting Insurance They Do Safe. My name is Faith Uwade. Until same time, same station next week, when we come your way with a fresh package of this program, from all of us here, is goodbye.